Hello, I'm Cleopatra Wallace, and this video is all about Herschel Walker. Herschel Walker is a 60-year-old Senate candidate who is running for the 2022 seat for the state of Georgia. I'm going to show a short clip. Under Section 107 of the Copyright Act of 1976, allowance is made for the fair use for the purpose such as criticism, commentary, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, education, and research. Fair use is a use permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing.
Herschel Walker is threatening to sue the Daily Beast over a new article accusing him of paying for the abortion of a former girlfriend. The Daily Beast article claims an unidentified woman came to them saying she got pregnant by Walker in 2009 and he urged her to get an abortion. She then says Walker paid her for the procedure. She provided pictures of a greeting card, the receipt from the procedure, and a picture of a signed personal check from Walker. Walker has repeatedly said he wants to completely ban abortion with no exception for rape, incest, or the life of the mother. Tonight, Walker tweeted saying the article is a, quote, repugnant hatchet job from a Democrat activist and that he's filing a lawsuit tomorrow morning.
All right, so now we're going to get into it. Spirit guides, holy angels, and ancestors, gather around. Today we're going to poke around in Herschel Walker's energy. He currently resides in Wrightville, Georgia, which is in zip code 31096. But at the time of the pregnancy termination, he was living in a gated community northwest of Dallas, Texas, around the zip code of 75247. Again, he is 60 years old. Herschel Walker, born on March the 3rd in 1962. He is a pro-lifer who is being accused of terminating a pregnancy in 2009, a woman who has come forward, and we're looking for any information regarding this matter. All right, and I like to start with 4 more if the card. All right, and 4 immediately came out. I was going to say if the cards fall to the floor, we only take the ones that fall face down, and if too many come out, I take the top and the bottom. All right, so they are eager to talk, and this could be because this is my 3rd time attempting to do this read today. The first time the camera wasn't on, and the second time the volume wasn't on. 3rd time's the charm. All right, so this is the Edgar Allan Poe deck, and as you know, he is the main character in the cards. Now, card number 1 that came out is the Emperor, and the Emperor directs everything. He's the one who says what's going to go where and, who's going to do it. And I see, and the way the pen is here and he's looking down, this does look like a bit of a scheduling. Something was being scheduled. But, of course, I'm going to clarify that. All right. The next card that came out is the 8 of Cups. They're showing me that this cup is empty. It's an empty cup, and the waters are completely, really still. There's a little bit of spray right here, but there's no big waves or anything in the background. So Spirit is kind of telling me that this is an indication of an empty womb. Like someone's uterus being empty or clear or still. So that could mean that there was no pregnancy, or it could mean a pregnancy was terminated. We're going to clarify it. But it is an empty womb. All right. And next we have the 5 of Cups, which is the regrets. And in this story, Edgar Allan Poe, he's in love with this woman, Lenore, and he never does quite get over it. And he's visiting her grave to lament how sad he is that she is no longer there. Oh. Now this here has the energy of our accuser on it. Very beautiful, very tantalizing. The 9 of Pentacles. She's waiting for a ship to come in. Now, as we said, this whole thing was alleged to happen in 2009. So that's like roughly like vaguely 14 years that she's been waiting to talk about this. All right. So first, let's start with Herschel himself. His energy is here. He was scheduling something. He's a very busy man in 2009. Let's see what he was busy doing, shall we? All right, Spirit, thank you. You showed me Herschel Walker here. In 2009, he's very busy. He's making appointments and schedules. He's in the zip code of 75247. It's 2009. What can you tell me about Herschel Walker and what he was scheduling? Ooh, all right. That didn't take long at all. They are eager to talk. All right. Oh, 3. It was a hiding card. All right. So, the first card that I seen in 2009 is the 3 of Swords, which is a bit of a heartbreak. And traditionally in tarot, the 3 of Swords is a heartbreak. But in here, it's a heartbreak because his beloved has been slain. But also someone witnessed what happened. You can see how his eyes right here are directly on this blood. So there was a bit of bloodshed here. Or he was involved in some sort of bloodshed, since we are asking what he was doing in 2009. All right. Also, we have the 6 of Cups, and this is the giving and receiving. And it looked like in 2009 he was being a bit of a playboy. See the woman chasing after him? So he may have been a hot commodity. But also there's someone here watching in the background. And here is a family scene, all eating dinner together. Now I know now his son is also making allegations or saying harsh things about his past life. But it would appear here in 2009 they were at least trying to be a happy family. We see him here serving, being a father figure. All right. I want to ask about the bit of bloodshed. All right, and do that. We are going to go over to the Beauty of Horror deck. All right, Spirit, you're showing me in 2009, Herschel Walker, who was, let's start that over. You showed me in 2009, Herschel Walker, who was born on April the 3rd of 1962, was involved in some sort of bloodshed or controlled bloodshed in 2009. What can you tell me about this? And does it involve the termination of a pregnancy? We're asking about the bloodshed that Herschel Walker was involved in 2009. All right. We have 3 cards. That seems to be the they're dealing in 3s today. All right, we're asking about bloodshed. And yeah, one of the cards that came out was the Death card. So there was something was unalive, shall we say, or something was terminated. And here we have the 9 of Wands, and this is someone defending their border, or defending their estate, defending their property. Like there's no way you're getting on the other side of this. If you're on the outside, you're going to stay on the outside. So there was a bit of a sense of him wanting to protect his estate or protect his properties. But also there was, with this 4 of Cups, which is the apathy card, there was a bit of contemplation here Um, and since we're asking about Herschel right now, we're still on this Emperor card. So there was a bit of contemplation on his part whether or not this should go forward, but ultimately he decided that it would go forward. All right. You got to think at the same time he has lots of other women chasing him too. You know, when you're eligible, or I'm not gonna say eligible, when you are a willing participant in, debauchery, there are always a lot of people who want to play along, I suppose. Former NFL player, a politician. It seems like a good catch. All right. Now, up next, we're going to ask about the woman's allegations. This is the lady who was in the alleged relationship with him. I can't see if the glare is on there or not. The woman that was in the alleged relationship with him in 2009. And to get her energies, we are going to go over to the Tarot in Wonderland deck. And I seen one of these cards in one of the other decks a few minutes ago. Oh, here it is. All right, this is the Tarot in Wonderland deck, and we're going to use this deck to get her energy for 2009. I should ring the bell again for her energy. All right, Spirit, we are now inquiring about the woman's energy in the allegations who said that he was, in the relationship with him and she was pregnant in 2009 and he wanted her to terminate it. You give me her energy for 2009, and we are in the zip code of 75247. And this is roughly 14 years ago. We're wanting the energy of the woman who was allegedly pregnant by Herschel Walker in 2009. What was her energy like? All right, now this is about 5, so that is too many. So I'm going to take the top and the bottom. All right, move these out the way. And we're wanting her energy. All right, oh, she thought she was about to be in, the happy life, happy wife card. This is everything is perfect. All 10 cups. You have a nice gentleman here. Things are going well. About to possibly start a family. So her energy was of wanting to build and go forward. But also the 5 of Wands signify that she did see that there was going to be a challenge. Declare. She did see that there was going to be a bit of a challenge in, I guess, locking him down or locking the situation in. So let's ask about the challenge. And to do that, we're going to use the spider deck. All right, Spirit, you showed me in 2009 the woman who was in a relationship with Herschel Walker found herself in a bit of a challenge. What can you tell me about this challenge that she faced in the relationship? What was her challenge in 2009? Oh, they are trying to fall. All right. Oh, we reeled it in. Only one got down. Let's see what it is. Oh, poor choices. Yeah, poor choices. And as we know, this read is all about like pro-choice or pro-life. So there was a poor choice made here, which could also mean anti-life or anti-choice because it was poor. What does this look like in this challenge that they're doing? This pelican here. Almost looks like they're trying to keep him in or keep him out. They're using these sticks to aid. He has a stick too in his hand. Alright, I want to know more about this poor choice though. And then I'm going to move along to another card. Alright, the Nightmare Before Christmas deck. Alright. To find out just a little more about this poor choice that was made dealing with this challenge, we're going to use the Nightmare Before Christmas deck. Alright, Spirit, I want to know more about the poor choice that was made concerning her and Herschel's relationship or relations. What was this poor choice all about? What can you tell me about it? This was in 2009 in the zip code 75247 and possibly in the zip code of 31096. But we are inquiring about Herschel Walker and this woman's poor choice in 2009. What was this poor choice about? Not in here? That is surprising. Oh, I might have to censor this one, Spirit. Alright, they are suggesting I use the erotic tarot, and I guess it is a romantic question. Alright, Spirit, I'm still asking about the poor choice that I'm still asking about the poor choice that was made by Herschel Walker and his alleged companion in 2009. There are allegations of a life termination. What can you tell us about that in the poor choice? Is it connected? Was it something altogether? Thank God. My mouth was getting dry. All right. See what it says. Ooh. It is the Six of Water. Now, this is inherent danger. Very, very dangerous. This thing here, this hippopotamus, his head is really small. But once it stands all the way up and comes out, it's going to be way too much for her to handle. It's going to easily overpower her. So the impending, the anticipation of disaster, this is going to get out of hand. And just to make sure I'm reading that right, I'm going to look in the book. It's a tiny card and it came with a tiny book. But I have it still. Let's see. I may need to get my glasses out. All right, we are in the Six of Water. Intelligence and serenity. I tell you what, she's going to surrender to death if that hippopotamus come out of there. Okay, so let's move along to this cup, or this card. The one that signified a empty womb or an empty uterus. Either there was no pregnancy or pregnancy was terminated. But this card shows that her belly was empty. So let's see why they're showing this. Perhaps she's making it all up and she never was pregnant. Who's to say? We're about to poke around in the energies. All right, Spirit, you show me something very peculiar here. You show me a woman who is not pregnant. Her stomach is empty. Why did you show me this? Why are you showing me in 2009 that there was no baby in her stomach? What happened to the baby? Did it ever exist? Is it all made up? Why are you showing me this empty stomach in 2009? Roughly 14 years ago. Why is it empty? Nothing there? Alright. Oh, you want to go back over here, do you? Alright. We're going to use the spider deck to see why the stomach is empty. All right, Spirit, again, we are inquiring about 2009. And there are allegations that a pregnancy was terminated by Herschel Walker, that he paid for it. Yep. Get them all going the right side up. All right. What can you tell me about the pregnancy that was terminated or not terminated in 2009? You show me an empty womb here, a belly that has no baby in it at all. Why are you showing this to me? Was it all made up? Was there ever a baby in there? Is this make-believe or did it really happen? Oh. All right. Now this is quite a bit, so I'm going to take the top and the bottom. We have a disagreement. So something has, we have an argument here. No longer on good terms. And we have, what do you know? Escape from a deceitful woman. So there was a breakup there, disagreement. And as you can see a deceitful woman. I'm going to say based off these cards of what I'm seeing here, that they were in some sort of a sexual relationship, but whether or not she was actually pregnant and had her pregnancy terminated, I can't say, but her stomach did end up empty and there was some bloodshed there. So I'm thinking that it may have been a miscarriage, but it wasn't malicious on his part. Yeah, I'm gonna it was a baby in there though. It was something was in there and she did bleed. But I'm just not necessarily seeing that it's happened the way she say it happened. All right, we're gonna leave it there. I am Cleopatra. Wait, before I say the end though, but you gotta see he did kill something. Something left here, okay? Spirit is urging me like you can't just leave it like that. So yeah, something did lose life and we ended up with an empty stomach. Now, whether or not it was a miscarriage or a termination, I don't know. But again, all right, now I can leave. I am Cleopatra Wallace. If you found this video interesting, give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel because who knows what's going to happen next.